Well, good evening, everybody. This is WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all having a good evening so far. I hope you all are also staying warm, because guess what? We're in the midst of some of the coldest air of the season so far, with temperatures in the teens. Overnight lows are going to be in the single digits, and wind chill readings are going to be below zero in spots as we go throughout the next several days. We don't see a really major warm-up until we get to the end of this week. We also might have to worry about a few possible electric effect flurries. I think most of that's going to stay to our north in the upper peninsula area, not so much where we're at, but again, a few could pop up in our area here and there, so don't rule those out going forward. So yes, I also just mentioned a minor warm-up. That's going to happen mainly late this weekend into early next week, where we could see 30s return back into our forecast. So Alpena saw a high temperature today, guys. Well, only 15 degrees. That's all we got up to today. That's 13 degrees below average. We should be seeing temperatures around 28 to 30 degrees. Overnight low got down to 9. Now again, I know it's cold, but this is where we should be for this time of the year, strangely enough. 48 was the record high, and that occurred back in 1953, but negative 28 was the record low back in 1963. So yes, wake up tomorrow morning. I'm not forecasting to get to about 10 degrees, guys. We might scratch it here and there at some isolated spots, but I'm thinking we're going to stay below zero, guys, below 10 as we go throughout the day on your Tuesday. Again, a few flurries cannot be ruled out as you go throughout the course of your day on your Tuesday. We might even see a few peaks of sun like we saw today, where we saw very little sunshine, but we saw the sunshine nonetheless. So again, the next 5 days, well, we're not going to expect very much in the way of warm air. Not at least the next 5 days. We're going to stay in the teens, in the 20s for highs for most places, and barely getting to 20 at that. So yes, a little bit of a roller coaster, but not very much of one right there. You see, according to this line graph that's right behind me. The winds are also going to be playing a factor as well, along with this cold air. Again, you know, with the winds, it just, you know, a body insulates heat, and of course the wind blows that heat away. It's just not going to allow us to warm up. That's why it makes it feel a lot colder, and that's the case here. Now, of course, the winds are about at 5 to 10 miles an hour, 11 mile an hour wind gusts in Tawas, 8 in Alpena, 7 in Rogers City, and 9 in Harrisville, with gusts as high as 14 miles an hour in Alpena. If you branch it out a little bit more, it's over 20 miles an hour in Tawas, 18 in Oscoda, 17 in Harrisville, and of course 14 in West Branch and 14 in Mile, which makes it feel like it is only 2 degrees below zero in Onaway. Makes it feel like it's 4 below in Tawas, 0 in Harrisville, 4 in Alpena, 5 in Rogers City, which is the war spot, and it feels like it's 0 in Mile, -1 in West Branch, and -1 in Atlanta. So very cold out there, guys. Bundle up. Winds are not going to die down like that anytime soon. And it's going to continue to make it feel like it's going to be well below zero in terms of our wind chill going forward here. And yes, wind gusts could be as high as 25 to 30 miles an hour in some spots. That's what makes it feel even worse, guys. And yes, that's not going to go away. We could continue to see wind gusts relatively strong, or strong enough that it's going to make it feel very uncomfortable for most of this week. So yes, Futurecast also goes to show a few snowflakes around the area, mainly the upper peninsula and parts in the northwest Michigan. They're going to see most of the snow off the lake. We're not going to see very much. Again, a few snow showers could reach our areas, but I'm not expecting too much in the way of snow showers. So yes, I put it in the forecast that we could see a little bit, because some of the models are telling us that we could get a little bit of snow, particularly in the overnight hours. At least some freezing rain and some sleet. I don't think so. I think we're going to be too cold to see any of that in our area. But other than that, I'm not expecting very much in the way of any snow in the forecast. Maybe a few lake effect here and there coming off the Lake Michigan, even off Lake Huron. But tonight, well, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries like I just mentioned. Low temperature is going to be about 7 degrees. That's the warm spot, Rogers City and Tawas. 1 degree in Alpena, 6 in Oscoda, and 6 in Harrisville, 4 in Mile, and 4 degrees in West Branch. Again, winds will be out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour, making it feel like it's going to be below zero when it comes to wind chills. So bundle up if you're going out. Tomorrow, well, we're going to see partly to mostly cloudy skies, a chance of flurries. Again, southwest winds are going to be 10 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 20. High temperature, well, we're not going to be going anywhere. It's probably the coldest air that we're seeing so far this season. Some areas are not going to even hit 10. Look at Atlanta, mild. West Branch, they're going to be at 9. Alpena, they forecasted about 10. I think we're going to be below that as well in Alpena. 11 in Washington City, 10 in Onaway, 11 in Tawas, Harrisville, and Oscoda. Well, guys, again, windshield readings, we're going to be in single digits and below 0. So 7-day forecast tells us this. We're going to be around 9 degrees. Our forecast for your day on your Tuesday. A little bit warmer on Wednesday and Thursday, or highs in the mid to upper teens, if you want to call that warm, because that's not warm to me. And then Friday, right back down to the single digits for highs. And then we see a moderate in terms of temperatures as we go through Sunday and Monday of next week. Well, we could see some highs back into the upper 20s, even back into the upper 30s, which is delighted for this time of the year. After we're going to get through this cold stretch, we're going to be really happy to see temperatures back close to 30 and even 40 in some spots. And even more sunshine, that's going to also help warm our temperatures up, as you see there on the 7-day forecast. Well, this has been WBKB meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all have a good evening.